Good evening and welcome to Freedom Fridays. I am Lady Deborah Wiggins and I have the honor this evening of welcoming you. Bishop has called us to a code red, culture of debt elimination. So tonight we're going to be interviewing an entrepreneur that is going to share principles with us that will help us in our everyday life. But definitely these principles will be beneficial to those of you that have a business or may be considering starting a business, or maybe even you are relaunching your business. You're going to want to grab a notepad, you're going to want to grab something to drink, and you want to make yourself comfortable so you can enjoy this time. I am going to be interviewing Brandi Felton. That's right, Brandi Felton from the Makeup Bar. In this interview, she is going to be so open and so candid. So get ready for this interview with Brandi Felton. Hey, I'm Lady Deborah Wiggins, and I am here at the Makeup Bar with Brandi Felton. Good morning, Brandi.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great.
Listen, thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of Freedom Friday.
You're welcome.
I know this is a big step for you.
It is.
But listen, when Bishop asked Brandi to be a part of Freedom Friday and she said yes, he was ecstatic. He was so excited that you did not say no.
Because I'm not much of a talker.
Well, thank you so much for agreeing to do this. Now, listen, I want to start by congratulating you on 10 years of business.
10 years. 10 amazing years.
10 amazing. You're gonna have to talk a little bit more than this, Brandi. This is an interview. I know you say you're
supposed
not
to ask the questions.
No, I'm telling you, congratulations.
Thank you. It has been a journey, but it has been quite amazing, quite eventful. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Yeah. Listen, I was here with you in the very beginning when you would sit in the shop some days and have no one come in for your services.
Nobody.
And then you had one person I can remember that was your faithful client that would come every week.
Yeah, all it takes is one.
And one client that would come every week. Yeah. And then before we know it, all of a sudden, here we are 10 years later, and you have a solid, successful business.
Yes. I tell the young ladies that I train all the time that I tell them that story. I tell them that I came here and I sat here when it was no one here. I came every day. I came every Saturday, and I sat here every single day, even when no one came through. And that was me being consistent, sticking to something that I truly believed in.
Right.
And so I laugh now when people say that they can't get in with me because I'm booked, because I remember the days when...
Booked and blessed, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to get right into the interview because I know that you have
We
clients.
haven't started yet?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I know you have clients that are going to be rushing in here shortly. So we need to do this so that you can get on with your day because you have a full schedule today,
yes,
right? Okay, so listen, it's Freedom Friday. And so can you talk just a little bit about what the word freedom means to you?
For me, it means something different, I think, at this point in my life. For a while, it meant financially free. And that is definitely key, but I think more so it's having time to actually live life. That's a whole nother level of freedom.
And so when you first started your business, as you said, you were here every day, including Saturdays. Really the only day that you took off was Sunday. And sometimes
I was here on Sundays.
You were here on Sundays. So when you first started, you were really making yourself available to your clients 7 days a week. You had no freedom.
Holidays, every day, available every day.
Yeah. And so now you've worked for 10 years and you've built a successful business, and now you have some freedom. You have the ability to be able to have a schedule. And sometimes people don't like that too much, right?
Yeah, because I work 4 hard days and then I take the rest out.
Yeah. But you have the ability to be able to do that because you've worked to build your business.
The ability to say, no, I'm not coming in today.
Right. And we don't always have that as entrepreneurs. When you first start a business, you don't always have the ability to be able to say no. You have to open and you have to make yourself flexible so that you can build your business, right? Okay, so one more question before we move on. The word success. What does success mean to you?
For me, I think when I look at success, I posted something that just popped up in my memories, and it said that I love the fact that when someone tags me in a post, I also see several of the other ladies that I've trained in the industry. And for me, helping them become successful, that's the ultimate success.
Wow. So 10 years ago, you started just doing makeup, like just doing basic makeup. And now you are training people. You have transitioned your business from just doing makeup. Talk about just some of the other things that you're doing right now.
So originally, my goal was never to do makeup. That's why it wasn't so hard for me to kind of give it up.
Mm-hmm.
My goal was always to have my own line of products.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started with the line of products, and then it kind of transitioned to people coming in saying, show me how to use the products. And that's how I started doing makeup. And so now I have got my esthetician license, so we're doing skincare, and I also released a skincare line along with some makeup products as well.
Okay, you're not.
I'm sorry. And so let me tell you. So I also got certified and licensed for permanent makeup, and so I've done a lot of trainings as it relates to permanent makeup. I've been trained in brows, which is my specialty, but I have 13 other certifications that I'm going to be rolling out.
So I clearly remember when you started the business, having conversations with you about what your dream was. And a big part, and that's a big part too, of being able to have a successful business as an entrepreneur. You really need a vision. Mm-hmm. And so you had a vision from the beginning. And as you said, the vision was never just to do makeup. You really wanted to help women. And you had a specific area that you wanted to help. You wanted to help women that have been going through cancer. Mm-hmm. And so when you got your esthetician license, and we can talk about that because that's something you did during COVID.
I did.
I mean, that still blows my mind. You took advantage of the time that you had and got your esthetician license so that you would be able to include those services in your business. But in terms of the permanent or semi-permanent makeup, one of the things that you are certified in is being able to do areola. Mm-hmm. So talk about that, because that's so important to women.
That's something that I've had wanted to do when I first got into permanent makeup.
Right.
And I actually ran across a lot of women doing their brows that had lost their brows due to cancer. And then, we have people that we know that were directly affected. And these women, they go through so much. And then there's not a lot of people who look like us that offer this service. Mm-hmm. So they go through, having cancer, and then they go through getting, their breasts redone. And then they are left with just skin and a scar. And so what I recently have become certified in is 3D areola construction. And it gives them what appears to be a real nipple.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I can't wait. Now I'm ecstatic about you really beginning to engage in that service, because that is going to be a blessing to so many women.
I'm excited about that.
So many women. You have continued to grow and continued to transform your business from one level to another. And you've done that, of course, over the course of 10 years. But starting out with just doing basic makeup, and then transitioning from that to doing semi-permanent, and now as well being able to offer esthetician services. Mm-hmm. I've had a facial here.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good, huh?
Fell asleep on the table both times. And so what I'm saying is I'm really excited for you, because I see your business continuing to grow. I see you as an individual continuing to grow, so that you have the ability to be able to continue to grow your business.
Thank you.
Yeah. So keys to success. What do you believe are some keys, some things that you have had to apply that have made you successful?
Number one is do it. Start it today. Don't keep putting it off until you have enough money or until you have the plan all figured out. Okay? A lot of times we wait and we think that, we have to have a certain amount of money to fund your dream. It's a saying that says that if you have enough money to fund your dream, that means your dream ain't big enough. And so I started my business with $50. And so from $50, and when I made my first 6 figures, I was ecstatic.
Your first what?
6 figures.
Say it again, girl.
6 of them.
6 figures. 6 figures. Now we're sitting, ironically enough, we are sitting in what was originally the ladies' place.
Mhm.
And you actually started where?
Here.
In this little space
Mhm.
with me in the ladies' place. We put a little space in the corner
Right.
for you to be able to begin.
Mhm.
And now, you know, she's in 2 spaces in the village square, occupying 2 spaces. Soon to be 3 spaces.
I hope so. I ain't
in
trying to get
the
nobody
village
kicked
square.
out, but
Yeah, because you need the space for the business to continue to grow. You said something that is important. Just get started.
Mhm.
So you're saying you started your business with $50.
Mhm.
How in the world did you start a business with $50?
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
I just did it.
Yeah.
I bought the first bundle of samples of cosmetics to try, and it worked. And that goes into my next, principle is do your own research. A lot of times people, they go and they buy these ebooks and they buy these vendor lists, and they're looking for a shortcut.
Mhm.
There's no shortcut to success.
There's no shortcut to success.
Do your own research. It'll save you a lot of money and a lot of time if you just take the time to research what it is that you're doing.
Wow, do your own research. So the first principle was just get started.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait until you have what you view as enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Take what you have and go ahead and get started.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, do your own research. What's number 3?
Never stop learning. Always be a student. I know a few times I told you, I was like, I ain't taking no more classes. I am done. And then 3 months later, I'm like, oh my God, this is just training I want to go to. And I think there's always room to grow and learn different things and introduce new services to your business, regardless if it's a service business or if you're selling a tangible product.
Wow. I have watched you make major sacrifices to be able to go to training classes. I was mind blown when you went to the first one, but when you went to the second one and then you enrolled in esthetician's classes, I was like, this is amazing because it literally sets you up to be able to do what you're doing today.
Yeah, I believe that, when you make the investment, the return will come.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna get nothing.
Right.
You ain't gonna get something from nothing.
Right. And in all honesty, you weren't really focused on the amount of money that you were going to make.
Right.
You were focused on what?
It's my passion. It's what I enjoyed doing, and that's kind of like my next point. You want to make sure that it's something that you actually love to do because it doesn't feel like work. I can literally be here all day, and I genuinely love it. And so it doesn't
You
feel
actually
like
could
work.
be here all day, 7 days a week, but you figured out that your body wasn't going to handle it.
Nobody said no.
Yeah. So that's important. You never ever stop learning, and you do what you are passionate about. Make sure that it is something that you love. Do you have another one?
Of course, I have another one. Consistency is key, and that is as it relates to your brand. I tell the young ladies all the time, I'm not willing to jeopardize my brand. I'm not willing to jeopardize my brand as far as the clients that I take, and I'm not willing to jeopardize it with the people that I keep in my environment. And so if you don't have my same spirit and you can't, push the brand of what I've already built, then I'm not willing to jeopardize
Because
it.
B. Michelle is a brand.
It's a brand.
Yeah. So everybody knows you as Brandi from the makeup bar. But your business is really
It's B. Michelle.
is B. Michelle. Now, how did you get to that?
Well, I needed an official business name, and so it was just easier for me to just take my name.
Right, because the makeup bar would have been kind of limiting, right?
Yeah. And I just have so many other streams of income that I can put under one umbrella. I believe in streams of income.
You believe in what?
Multiple streams of income.
Multiple streams of income.
I have at least 5. This is just one.
Wow. So B. Michelle, Brandi Michelle Felton of the Makeup Bar, is a successful entrepreneur. So I want to close with this. People say, oh, start a business. You should start a business. So do you believe that entrepreneurship is for everybody?
No. Somebody got to work the businesses.
Oh.
it's everybody is not built for it. Everybody is not built for it, and I want us to, as entrepreneurs, to normalize it being okay for someone to not want to own a business. Everybody doesn't have the desire to, and everybody just doesn't have the ability to, and that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody is not necessarily equipped to be an entrepreneur, but since we're talking Freedom Fridays, we've given principles for people that, I mean, really these principles could be applicable in almost any area of our life, but specifically for entrepreneurs. But I want to say this, you may not be an entrepreneur. Everyone might not be, but everyone should invest. What you said is you believe in multiple streams of income.
Right.
Scripture says 7, maybe even 8. Everybody should have more than one stream of income.
Correct.
We learned something during COVID, right? Yeah. So how did COVID affect your business?
Well, I was shut down for 2 months. So luckily at the time I had other streams of income, and I don't want to sound insensitive to the people who didn't do so well during COVID, but that was exactly what I needed. It was the best thing that happened to me. It allowed me to refocus and remember what my initial desire was, which was my product line. And so I developed the product line, launched the product line, sold out a few times, all during COVID. Luckily, I had something else to fall back on. I had other streams of income because my business was shut down for 2 months.
So your business was shut down. How did your customer base work out in that time? Did you lose customers?
I didn't lose no customers. I didn't lose any customers because this is another point. My customer service is on point.
Say that again. Say it
and
again.
A lot of times.
Say it again. No. Back it up.
My customer service is on point.
It's on point.
I have 1,400 5-star reviews. And 9 out of 10 of them.
1,400 5-star reviews.
Yes.
That's
and most of them speak of the way I treat my clients. My work is great, but I treat my clients right.
Do you ever meet a new client? When they come in and it's their first time?
I ain't never met a stranger in my life.
Wow.
No.
So someone that's coming into your business and they're coming in for the very first time, you make them feel like they've been here for years.
Yeah, and before they come in, they already feel that way based on how I manage my social media presence.
Okay, so you rolled into that. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Your social media. How important is a social media presence, particularly in this day and age, to an entrepreneur?
It is very important, although you can't allow that to be the only way you do business, because if social media goes away tomorrow, which it could. How are people going to find you? But it's very important. You're just not going to see me post certain things, and I'm going to be very versatile in what I post. So you're going to see pictures of me and my daughter, me and my mom. You're going to see pictures of me and my brother. Sometimes. You'll see, me go to church. You're going to see me go out. And it's very versatile. So people feel like you're just like them.
You're a real person.
You're a real person.
Yeah.
And they like that. When they come in, they automatically will recognize me when they, walking down the hall. I have clients come in all the time and they're like, girl, we already friends. And so that's how I have got clients. If they go down my page and all they see is browse, what is going to make them really want to come in? Yes, my brows are great, but 9 times out of 10, it's the personality behind the person. You're the brand. You
are the brand. So Brandi Michelle Felton is a brand. And I have been out with Brandi in public and people say, oh, I know you. You're Brandi from the makeup bar. And so I'm saying that to say you really are a brand. And again, it's been 10 years and you have worked to develop this successful business. And I just want to say again, congratulations on 10 years. But thank you so much for being a part of Freedom Friday.
Thanks for the invitation.
And I hope that the principles that Brandi has shared are a blessing to you and that you're able to take them and you're able to apply them in your life so that you can be successful in any area of your life, not just as an entrepreneur. Thank you. God bless you.